Welcome to the world of fine Chinese painting. In the next few minutes, you will be introduced to Haifu Liang, one of China's foremost experts on traditional landscape painting. Haifu is an active national-level artist and is also head of the creative department at the Shanxi Academy of Fine Art.
我是生长在农村啊，我在农村那样一段经历，是无意识形成。
I grew up in the countryside in Shanxi province. This was an important stage of my life. I began to form my understanding of myself and the world around me. This countryside experience has always been the never-ending source of inspiration.
Haifu predominantly paints landscapes and flowers. Like a poet carefully choosing words to make their verse rhyme, Haifu limits his visual motifs to stimulate deeper expression.
我在这个中国画创作过程
In Western terms, I paint in an impressionist style, but retain elements of realism. I strive to convey sincere emotions that come from my real-life experiences.
表达出来。
In each painting, Haifu creates a dreamlike image that allows us to glimpse a moment from a simpler time, where farmers tended fields with tools in hand, scholars wrote poems pondering the beauty of a flower, and nature remained pristine and untouched. The verses that accompany many of his paintings are poetic brushstrokes for the mind's eye, further deepening the image that he wishes to project upon us. If for a moment the viewers removes their attention from the fine details in Haifu's work, steps back and lets their eyes relax, the connectedness of the image comes to life. Haifu's teachers once described his style of painting with two eloquent short proverbs.
He said, "Intricate, thoughtful details are embedded within a feeling of connectedness. The dirt smells good."
To a Chinese, this proverb evokes a sense of being connected to your roots. Haifu's teachers meant that the feelings evoked by his paintings are not abstract. They come from the simple pleasures in everyday life. Haifu has devoted his career to studying and experimenting with freehand-style Chinese painting. During his research, he developed his own philosophies to describe the process of creating a Chinese painting. Haifu calls it 5yi. Yi is the Chinese word for the sophisticated meaning that is delivered by the artist.
The 5 stages of yi are to establish yi, to let the yi flow, to accumulate and build yi, to express yi freely without limitations, and finally to complete yi.
Before he begins painting, Haifu first decides what he would like to express. This establishes yi in his mind. The yi is young at this stage and must be allowed to flow and develop. He meditates on the idea, allowing his past experiences and knowledge to build the yi. When the yi is developed, he starts to paint. His brush style is completely relaxed and uninhibited so that the yi can flow freely from Haifu's mind onto the paper. Haifu's unique freehand style of ink and wash painting allows him to express yi without restrictions.
The final stage of the process is to complete yi. In my experience, yi is not complete when the artist puts down the brush. A finished painting begins the conversation between artist and audience. This unique conversation is the essence of completing yi. Here, the sophisticated meaning is delivered and the painting becomes a small part of the audience's experience. This philosophy, this process of creating Chinese painting, it is my personal understanding of the artistic process.